Oh, it's all right. Got everything up and running. Welcome to another episode of I Am Omar J. This is Awo Egoni Edwards. Uh, okay, a little bit of feedback, but I am Omar J. Um, Awo Egoni Edwards. And last time we left off in Exodus chapter 11. Exodus chapter 11 uh, ended with another threat to Pharaoh from Moshe to let his people go. So that's where we are now. So we'll beginning in there in chapter 12. We chose to go ahead and read chapter 11 last time, even though only wanted to read 10 chapters. Um, there was a significant difference between uh, chapter 11 and chapter 12. So chapter 11 was a good leave off point. So that's where we'll begin. Exodus 12 and 1. And the Lord, this is Jehovah here, spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt. Let's pronounce Aharon, and Moshe, Aharon. Okay. In the land of Mitzrayim, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats, and you shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and, and on the upper doorposts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire. It means not boiled, basically. Um, but roast with fire, his head and his legs, and with the purtenance thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus shall eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Mizraim this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Mizraim, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute them. Some of this is Elohim, generic term at the time, I guess. Uh, yeah, Elohim. Um, all the Elohim of Mitzrayim, I will execute judgment. I am Yahweh. And I say that because I'm substituting for Lord here, where it says Lord, they mean Jehovah or Yahweh, but Jehovah. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Mitzrayim. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord, to Jehovah, throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. That's yeast. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the seventh day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. And in the first day there shall be a holy convocation. And in the seventh day there shall be a holy convocation to you. What word is that? Convocation. Mikra. Call out. Okay. Gotcha. And in the seventh day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. Pardon. Ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in the selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Mizraim. Therefore ye shall observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. In the first month of the 14th day of the month at even, or evening, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 1 and 20th day of the month at evening. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Ye shall eat nothing leavened. In all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. Then Moshe called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. And you shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. For Jehovah will pass through to smite the Mitzri. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord or Jehovah will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come into your houses to smite you. Now, this is saying the destroyer shall cut to decay, ruin, batter, cast off, corrupt, destroy, lose, mar, perish, spill, spoiler, utterly waste. So this says destroyer, and it has a symbol of shokat. Shokat. You shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass, when ye be come to the land which the Lord will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children Israel in Mitzrayim, when he smote the Mitzri and delivered our houses. And the people bowed the head and worshipped. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord Jehovah had commanded Moshe and Aharon. So did they. The 10th plague, death of the firstborn. Okay. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord Jehovah smote all the firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim, from the firstborn of Paro, that's pronounced Paro, uh, that sat on his throne unto the firstborn, the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. Paro rose up in the night, he and all his servants, and all the Mitzri, and there was a great cry in Mitzrayim, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moshe and Aharon by night and said, rise up and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go uh, serve Jehovah as ye have said. Also take your flocks and your herds as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also. Because before, remember the other curses, uh, they gradually and begrudgingly said that they can go and gather to make an offering uh, to their creator outside of Israel. And now we have where that's no longer a negotiation, it's a demand for them to get out. Um, and the Mitzrayim, and the Mitzri were urgent upon the people that they might send them out of the land in haste. For they said, we be all dead men. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moshe. And they borrowed of the Egyptians, the Mitzri, jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And Jehovah gave the people favor in the sight of the Mitzri, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. They robbed them basically. And the children of the Mitzri, and the children of Israel journeyed from Rameses to Succoth, about 600,000 foot that were men, besides children, 600,000 people. Then a mixed multitude went up also with them in flocks and herds, even very much cattle. And they baked unleavened cakes of the dough which they brought forth out of Mitzrayim, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Mitzrayim and could not tarry, could not wait. Neither had they prepared for themselves any victual, Seder, food, meat, visions, venison, victuals, meat, food. Okay. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Mitzrayim was 430 years. All right. I'm Origin 30 years. Okay. I'm assuming this includes the time in which Yosef came into Egypt um, prior to his brothers coming and his father. Because Yaqub was buried in Egypt, according to what the story said. Um, okay. And it came to pass at the end of 430 years, even the self-same day, it came to pass that all the hosts went out from the land of Egypt, Mitzrayim. It is a night to be much observed unto Jehovah. bringing them out from the land of Mitzrayim. This is that night of Jehovah to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generations. And Jehovah said unto Moshe and Aharon, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof. But every man's servant that is bought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. A foreigner and an hired servant shall not eat thereof. In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth aught of the flesh abroad out of the house, neither shall ye break a bone thereof. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to the Lord Jehovah, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you. Thus did all the children of Israel, as the Lord Jehovah commanded Moshe and Aharon, so did they. And it came to pass the selfsame day that Jehovah did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Mitzrayim by their armies. So they were escorted out, right? And right, Jehovah spake unto Moshe, saying, Sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and beast, it is mine. So that's the first fruits, first fruit, origin, first fruits, firstborn of the cattle as well is offered as a sacrifice to Yahweh. Moshe said unto the people, Remember this day in which ye came out from Mizraim, out of the house of bondage, for by strength of hand Jehovah brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten. This day came ye out in the month Abib. 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 So Abib is a month. Let's see. Okay, so Abib will be the first. Uh, it means green ears. So this is when corn begins to grow. And of course, at this time, there was no corn in this part of the world. So it's meant towards the origins of this group of people. This came ye out in the month Abib, and it shall be when Jehovah shall bring thee into the land of the Canaani, and the Hittite, and the Amori, and the Hivi, uh, and the Jebusi, uh, which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee, a land flowing with milk and honey, that thou shalt keep this service in this month. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and in the seventh day shall be a feast to the Lord. Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and there shall no leavened bread be seen with thee, neither shall there be leaven seen with thee all thy quarters. And thou shalt show thy son in that day, saying, This is done because of that which the Lord did unto me when I came forth out of Mitzrayim, and it shall be a sign unto thee upon thine hand, and for a memorial between thine eyes. That's Jehovah's law. That is saying the Lord's, but it's Jehovah. Jehovah law may be in thy mouth, for with a strong hand hath the Lord Jehovah brought thee out of Mitzrayim. Thou shalt therefore keep this ordinance in his season from year to year. And it shall be when Jehovah shall bring thee into the land of the Canaanite, as he sware unto thee and to thy fathers, and shall give it, and shall give it thee, that thou shalt set apart unto Jehovah all that openeth the matrix, and every firstling that cometh of a beast which thou hast, the males shall be Jehovah's. So here we go. The opening of the matrix means that's what it means. So the opening of the matrix, Rickham, the number of occurrences in the Bible, 26. So this is a common word, but it means matrix. It means so it's saying that the first one that cometh out um, of the womb essentially would be uh, called to serve. And every firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb. And if thou wilt not redeem it, then thou shalt break his neck, and all the firstborn of man among thy children shalt thou redeem. And it shall be when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, what is this? That thou shalt say unto him by strength of hand, the Lord Jehovah brought us out from Mitzrayim, from the house of bondage. And it came to pass when Paro would hardly let us go, that Jehovah slew all the firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of beast. Therefore I sacrifice to Jehovah all that openeth the matrix, the womb, being males. But all the firstborn of my children I redeem. And it shall be for a token upon thine hand, and for frontlets between thine eyes, for by strength hand Jehovah brought us forth out of Egypt. So just restating what was told to him. And it came to pass when Paro had let the people go, that Jehovah, well, this is saying God, so it should be El or El in here. So it's a generic term. They use it because they use it to refer to their God, but they also use it to refer to other gods. Um, so it's a generic term. El is more specific, but Elohim is a pluralized and generic form. That just means God, according to as it's written. It came to pass when Paro had let the people go, Philistines, although that was near, for Elohim said, lest peradventure people repent when they see war and they return to Mitzrayim. So they went through the land of the Philistines so that they would not see war and repent and turn around and go back into Egypt where it was comfortable. Uh, see, Elishti, Elishti, Pelishite, a Pelishite or inhabitant of Pelishish. Pelish, so it's Pelishti, 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 Pelishti. But Elohim led the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea, and the children of Israel went up harnessed out of the land of Mizraim. And Moshe took the bones of Yosef with him. See, this is what I'm saying. He was buried in Egypt. So he took the bones of his fathers, of their fathers, with him, of Yosef. For he had straitly sworn the children of Israel, saying, Elohim will surely visit you, and you shall carry up my bones away hence with you. And they took their journey from Succoth and encamped in Etham, in the edge of the wilderness. And Jehovah went before went before them by day in a pillar of cloud, another pillar, to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. So it's a pillar of a cloud during the day, a pillar of fire. He took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. That's two pillars. Okay. And Jehovah spake unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they turn and encamp before. Right? Yakiroth. 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 Speak unto the children of Israel, that they turn and encamp before Pihakiroth. Pihakiroth, between Migdol and the sea. Migdol means tower. Migdol means tower. We're against Baal Zephon. Zephone. Baal Zephone. Bell of winter. Stuff. Zephon. Migdol means tower. Okay. Baal Zephon means fort. So that's what it means by up. Is it they came Egypt? Mitzrayim. Okay. Before it, ye shall camp by the sea, Red Sea, according to this. For Paro say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land. The wilderness hath shut them in. And I will harden Paro's heart, that he shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Paro and upon all his hosts, that the Mitzri may know that I am Jehovah. And they did so. So this is Jehovah making his power be felt by hardening his heart so that he would chase them, essentially, um, so that they will not have an option to turn back at this point. And it was told the king, what is it called? Melech. Yeah, Melech. And it was told the king of Melech that the people fled, and the heart of Paro and of his servants was turned against the people, And they said, why have we done this? That we have let Israel go from serving us. And he made ready his chariot, Merkabah, and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen Merkabah, and all the Merkabah of Mitzrayim, captains over every one of them. And Jehovah hardened the heart of Paro, Melech of Mitzrayim, and he pursued after the children of Israel. The children of Israel out with an high hand, but the Mitzri pursued after them, all the horses in Merkabah of Paro and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea beside Pihakar, Pihakim, Pihakiroth, Pihakim, Pihakim, before Baal Zephon. And when Paro drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Mitzri marched after them, and they were sore afraid. And the children of Mitzri of Israel cried out unto Jehovah, said unto Moshe, because there were no graves in Mitzrayim, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us to carry us forth out of Mitzrayim? Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Mitzrayim, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Mitzri? For it had been better for us to serve the Mitzri than that we should uh, in the wilderness. And Moshe said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of Jehovah, which he will show to you this day, today. For the Mitzri whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. Jehovah shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And Jehovah said unto Moshe, wherefore criest thou unto me, speaking to the children of Israel, that they go forward? Oh, children of Israel, that they go forward. But lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thine hand over the sea, and divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Mitzri, and they shall follow me, and it will and I will get me honor upon Paro, and upon all his hosts, upon his Merkabah, and upon his horsemen. And the Mitzri shall know that Jehovah, that I am Jehovah. I've gotten me honor up, the way this is written. When I have gotten me honor upon Paro, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen, and the angel Elohim, which went before the camp of and the angel of God, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of the Mitzri and the camp of Israel. And it was a cloud and darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that the one came not near the other all the night. Okay. So during the daytime, it was a dark cloud, and during the night, it was a bright light, but he couldn't see ahead. And Moshe stretched out his hand over the sea, and Jehovah caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land. The waters were divided, and the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground. So what time of day it was. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. And the Mitzri pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Paro's horses, his Merkabah, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch Jehovah looked unto the host of the Mitzri through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Mitzri, and took off their Merkabah that they drave them heavily, so that the Mitzri said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for Jehovah fighteth for them against the Mitzri, or the Mitzri. And Jehovah said unto Moshe, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come upon the Mitzri, upon the chariots and horsemen. And Moshe stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared. And the Egyptians of the Mitzri fled against it. And Jehovah overthrew the Mitzri in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the Merkabah and the horsemen and all the hosts of the Paro that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. But the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them right hand and left. Thus saith Jehovah, saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Mitzrayim, or the Mitzri, and Israel saw the Mitzri um, upon the seashore, and Israel saw that great work which Jehovah did upon the Mitzri. And the people feared Jehovah and believed Jehovah and his servant Moshe, albeit temporarily. Then sang Moshe and the children of Israel the song unto Jehovah, and spake, saying, I will sing unto Jehovah, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. Jehovah is my strength and song, and he has become my salvation. He is my Elohim, and I will prepare him in habitation. My fathers, Elohim, and I will exalt him. Jehovah is a man of war. Jehovah is his name. Man of war. That is the war deity aspect of Jehovah. Calm. Person said, for shame. Shame. Pharaoh's Merkaba host hath he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Jehovah, is become glorious in power. Right hand, O Jehovah, hath dashed in pieces the enemy. And in the greatness of thine excellency, thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with the blast of thy nostrils, the waters were gathered together. Blood stood upright as an heap, and the depths were congealed in the heart of the sea. That means the ground was firm instead of it being mushy. The ground was firm. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will draw my sword, and shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind, the sea covered them, they sank as lead in the mighty waters. This is a song that they're singing. Who is like unto thee, Jehovah among the Elohim? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Thou stretchest out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength to thy holy habitation. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold on the inhabitants of Palestina. So Palesheth, Palesheth, where Palestinians are Philistines. Same thing as Palestine. It's Philistines. Eshet, Eshet, Eshet. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed. The mighty men of Moab, trembling, shall take hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them. By the greatest of thine arm, they shall be as still as a stone, till thy people pass over, O Jehovah, Jehovah, till the people pass over, which thou hast purchased. Thou shalt bring them in, and plant them in the mountain of thine inheritance, in the place, Jehovah, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary, O Jehovah, which thy hands have established. Jehovah shall reign forever and ever. For the horse of Paro in with his chariot, with his Merkabah, and with his horsemen into the sea. And Jehovah brought again the waters of the sea upon them, but the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. And Miriam, the prophetess, sister of Aharonah, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. And Miriam answered them, Sing ye to Jehovah, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. So Moshe brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur. Shur, Shur, Shur. Desert. When they came to Mara, they went out into the wilderness of Shur, and they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. And when they came to Mara, they could not drink of the waters of Mara, for they were bitter. Therefore, the name of it was called Mara. People murmured against Moshe, saying, "What shall we drink?" And he cried unto Jehovah, and Jehovah showed him a tree, which when he did cast into the waters, waters were made sweet. There he made for them a statute and an ordinance, and there he proved them, and said, If thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of Jehovah thy Elohim, and wilt do that which is right in his sight, and wilt give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Mitzrayim, for I am Jehovah that healed thee. And they came to Elim, where were 12 wells of water, and threescore and 10 trees, and they encamped there by the waters. Okay, more wells, more water wells. That's a sign to let them know whenever they're getting uh, close to wherever they're supposed to be going, according to the location of the well appears. This is 12 water. Um, threescore, that's 20. The score is 20, so it's 60. It's 10, it's 70 palm trees. So it's 70 palm trees and 12 wells of water. This is oasis, essentially. And they encamped there by the waters. And they did not dig these wells. Okay, their and they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin, hmm, which is which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Mizraim. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moshe and Aharon in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said unto them, Would to God they had by the hand of Jehovah in the land of Israel. When he sat by the flesh pots, when they sat, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full, for ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with. Then said Jehovah unto Moshe, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them, whether they will walk in my law or no. So whether they walk in my law or not, I'm still going to feed them. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. And Moshe and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel at even or evening, then ye shall know that Jehovah hath brought you out from the land of Mitzrayim. And in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of Jehovah, for that he heareth your murmurings against Jehovah. And what are we that ye murmur against us? Now, let's read that again. And in the morning, then ye shall see the glory of Jehovah, for that he heareth your murmurings against Jehovah. And what are we that ye murmur against us? Plural. This is talking about their shit. Shit says to the children of Israel, either shall brought you up warning, and you shall say, okay, murmuring against the prophets, Moshe, Aaron, the priest. Moshe said, this shall be when Jehovah shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For that Jehovah heareth your murmurings, which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against Jehovah. Right. And Moshe spake unto Aharonah, saying unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, come near before Jehovah, for he hath heard your murmurings. And it came to pass as Aaron spake unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of Jehovah appeared in the cloud. And Jehovah spake unto Moshe, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread. And ye shall know that I am Jehovah, your Elohim. And it came to pass that at even the quails came up and covered the camp, and in the morning the dew lay round about the host. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoar frost on the ground. What is a hoar frost? Yeah, so and there's a round vessel used for washing, cooking, or storage. Okay. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness, they lay a small round thing, as small as the hoar frost on the ground. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, it is manna, for they wist. No, what's the word for that? Mon. That's mon. It's literally a wetness. Wetness. What we don't. Excuse me. Yep. I don't know. Say it's honey, like honey, but then it's- but what is it? That's what it is. So they don't. They just made that up. So, and they said one to another, it is mon, for they wist not what it was. They didn't know what it was. And Moshe said unto them, this is the bread which Jehovah hath given you to eat. And it was all over the ground, like the frost. So they scooped it up and put it into, they gathered it, essentially. This is the thing which Jehovah hath commanded. Gather of it every man according to his eating, an omer for every man. So a heap, a sheaf or a dry measure. omer for every man, according to the number of persons. Take ye every man for them which are in his tents. And the children of Israel did so, and gathered some more, some less. And when they did met it with an omer, which means like share, measured it with an omer, measurement tool, something. He hath gathered much, had nothing over. He that gathered much had nothing over, and he that gathered little had no lack. They gathered every man according to his eating. And Moshe said, let no man leave of it till the morning. Notwithstanding, they hearkened unto Moshe, hearkened not unto Moshe, but some of them left of it until, and it bred worms and stank, and Moshe was, and they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating. And when the sun waxed hot, it melted. And then it came to pass that on the sixth day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers, and all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moshe. And he said unto them, this is that which Jehovah hath said, tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto Jehovah. Bake that which ye bake today, and seethe that ye will seethe, and that which remaineth overlay up for you to be kept until the morning. And they laid it up till morning, as Moses bade or commanded, and it did not stink, neither was there any worm therein. And Moshe said, eat that today, for today is the Sabbath unto Jehovah. Today ye shall not find it in the field. 6 days ye shall gather it, but on the seventh day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the seventh day for to gather, and they found none. And Jehovah said unto Moshe, how long refuse ye to keep my commandments? See, for that Jehovah hath given you the Sabbath. Therefore he giveth you on the sixth day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the seventh day. So the people rested on the seventh day, and the house of Israel called the name thereof Mon. And it was like coriander seed, white, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. So it was white like coriander seed. The taste of it was like wafers made with honey. But they don't know what it is because it just falls. And Moshe is just over it. And Moshe said, this is the thing which Jehovah commanded. Fill an omer of it to be kept for your generations, that they may see the bread with I have fed you in the wilderness when I brought you from the land of Mitzrayim. And Moshe said unto Aaron, take a pot and put an omer full of manna therein, and lay it up before Jehovah to be kept for your generations. And Jehovah commanded Moshe, so Aaron laid it up before the testimony to be kept. And the children of Israel did eat mon 40 years, until they came to a land inhabited. They did eat mon until they came into the borders of the land of Canaan. Now an omer is the 10th part of an ephah, which is a measurement. Awful. Aphah. Aphah. Okay. Uh, right. And all the congregation of the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of Sin after their journeys, according to the commandment of Jehovah, and pitched in Rephidim, Rephidim, Rephidim. Rephidim. And there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moses. Now there was bitter water before, I'm assuming a salt water or brackish water. And there was a tree that was given to him for him to lay into the water to make it sweet. So there was some type of alkalinization that happened to the water before. And then they arrived at 12 wells and surrounded by 70 palm trees. And now we have another issue here with water again. Wherefore the people did chide Moses and said, give us water that we may drink. And Moshe said unto them, why chide ye with me? Wherefore do ye tempt Jehovah? And the people thirsted for water. And the people murmured against Moshe and said, wherefore is that thou hast brought us up out of Mitzrayim to us and our children and our cattle with thirst? And Moshe cried unto Jehovah, saying, what shall I do unto this people? They be almost ready to stone me. And Jehovah said unto Moshe, go on before the people and take with thee of the elders of Israel in thy rod, wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thy hand and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink. And Moshe did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. And he called the name of the place Massah in Meribah, because of the chiding of the children of Israel, and because they tempted Jehovah, saying, is Jehovah amongst us or not? Massah, place in the desert. Okay. So, Meribah, name two places in the desert. Okay, then came Amalek. Amalek. Then came Amalek and fought with Israel and Rephidim. And Moshe said unto Joshua, choose us out men and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with a rod of Elohim in my hand. So Joshua, Joshua, Yeshua, Yehoshua, 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 Yehoshua. And Moshe said unto Yehoshua, choose us out men and go fight with Amalek. Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of Elohim in my hand. So Yehoshua did as Moshe had said to him and fought with Amalek. And Moshe and Aharon and Hur went up the top of the hill. And it came to pass when Moshe held up his hand that Israel prevailed. And when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. Moshe's hands were heavy. And they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon. And Aharone and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on the one side and the other on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Yehoshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And Jehovah said unto Moshe, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Yehoshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moshe built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nisai, Nisi, Jehovah Nisi. Jehovah is my banner. Is Moshe write this for a book and rehearse it in the for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under me. For he said, because Jehovah hath sworn that Jehovah hath sworn that Jehovah will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Okay, so this is a declaration, which I guess a banner is a war banner, a declaration of war, generation to generation on Amalek, or the Amalekites, or the Amalek. Okay. When Jethro, priest of Midian, right, Midian, Moshe's father-in-law, heard of all that Jehovah had done or Elohim had done for Moshe, yeah, Elohim had done for Moshe and for Israel, his people, and that Jehovah had brought Israel out of Mitzrayim. Then Jethro, Yethro, yeah, Yethro. Then Yethro, Moshe's father-in-law, took Zipporah, Zipporah, Sephora, 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 Moshe's wife, after he had sent her back, and her two sons, of which the name of one was Gershom, for he said, I have been an alien in a strange land. And the name of the other was Eliezer. Eliezer, yeah, I said it right. Eliezer, for the Elohim of my father said, He was mine help, and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Yethro, Moshe's father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moshe into the wilderness, where he encamped at the mount of Elohim. And he said unto Moshe, I thy father-in-law Yethro come unto thee, and thy wife, and her two sons with her. And Moshe went out to meet his father-in-law, and did obeisance, and kissed him. And they asked each other of their welfare, and they came unto the tent. And Moshe told his father-in-law all that Jehovah had done unto Paro and to the Mitzrayim, or the Mitzri, for Israel's sake, and all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how Jehovah delivered them. And Yethro rejoiced for all the goodness which Jehovah had done for to Israel, whom he had delivered out of the hand of the Mitzri. And Yethro said, Blessed be Jehovah, who hath delivered you out of the hand of Mitzri, and out of the hand of Paro, who hath delivered. the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. Let's read. Now I know that Jehovah is greater than all Elohim, for in the thing wherein they dealt proudly, he was above them. In Yithro, Moshe's father-in-law took a burnt offering and sacrifices for Jehovah, for Elohim. And Aharon came, and all the elders of Israel to eat bread with Moshe's father-in-law before Jehovah, before Elohim. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moshe sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moshe from the morning unto the evening. And when Moshe's father-in-law saw all that he had did to the people, he said, What is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand by thee from morning unto even? And Moshe said unto his father-in-law, Because the people come unto me to inquire of Elohim. When they have a matter, they come unto me, and I judge between one another, and I do make them know the statutes of Elohim and his laws. And Moshe, father-in-law, said unto him, The thing that thou doest is not good. Thou wilt surely wear away both thou and this people that is with thee, for this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. Hearken unto my Hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel, and Elohim shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to God word, that thou mayest bring the causes unto Elohim. Words. Thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way in they must, in the work that they must do. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. Basically, um, creating not really disciples, but chiefs, captains, and priests, and layers and levels of priesthood, who will ultimately in the future become judges. And let them judge the people at all seasons, and it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. If thou shalt do this thing, and Elohim command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go to their place in peace. So Moshe hearkened to the voice of his father and did all that he had said. And Moshe chose able men out of Israel and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. And that they judged the people at all seasons, the hard causes they brought unto Moshe, but every small matter they judged themselves. And Moshe let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way into his own land. Israel and Mount Sinai. In the third month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Mitzrayim, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. for they were departed from Elohim and were come to the desert of Sinai. And let me make sure I'm pronouncing this. Sinai. Sinai. If you pronounce these right, they sound more and more like it. And were come to the desert of Sinai. They had pitched in the wilderness, and there Israel camped before the mount. And Moshe went up unto Elohim, and Jehovah called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Mitzri, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And Moshe came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these words which Jehovah commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, All that Jehovah hath spoken we will do. And Moshe returned the words of the people unto Jehovah. And Jehovah said unto Moshe, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and leave thee forever. And Moshe told the words of the people unto Jehovah. And Jehovah said unto Moshe, Go unto the people and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes and be ready against the third day. For the third day Jehovah will come in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai. And thou shalt set bounds unto the people round about, saying, Take heed to yourselves that ye go not up into the mount, or touch the border of it. Whosoever toucheth the mount shall be surely put to there shall not there shall not an hand touch it, but he shall surely be stoned, or shot through, whether it be a beast or man, it shall not live when the trumpet sounded long. They shall come up to the mount. And Moshe went down from the mount unto the people, and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. He said unto the people, Be ready against the third day, come not at your wives. No sexy time. And it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of a trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. And Moshe brought forth the people out of the camp to meet Elohim, and they stood at the nether part, far part. Yeah, the base. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because Jehovah descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly. And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long and waxed louder and louder, Moshe spake, and Jehovah answered. Elohim answered him by a voice. And Jehovah came down upon Mount Sinai on the top of the mount. And Jehovah called Moshe up to the top of the mount, and Moshe went up. And Jehovah said unto Moshe, Go down, charge the people, lest they break through unto Jehovah to gaze, and many of them perish. And let the priests also, which come near to Jehovah, sanctify themselves, lest Jehovah break forth upon them. And Moshe said unto Jehovah, The people cannot come up to Mount Sinai, for thou chargest us, saying, Set a bounds about the mount and sanctify it. And Jehovah said unto him, Away, get thee down, and thou shalt come up. thou and Aaron Aharone with thee, but let not the priest and the people break through to come up unto Jehovah, lest he bring forth upon them. So Moshe went down to the people and spake unto them. Okay. All right, 20. And Elohim, let's see if it's Elor. Okay. And Elohim spake all these words, saying, I am Jehovah thy Elohim. Uh, I am Jehovah thy Elohim, which have brought thee out of the land of Mitzrayim, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath, under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord, thy I, Jehovah, thy Elohim, am a jealous Elohim. The way that they use Elohim is weird. Ah, there we go. El, back to back. Use El. For I, Jehovah, thy Elohim, am a jealous El, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love him, love me, and keep my command. Thou shalt not take the name of Jehovah thy Elohim in vain. For Jehovah will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is a Sabbath of the Lord, of Jehovah, thy Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days Jehovah made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them and rested the seventh day. Wherefore Jehovah blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which Jehovah thy Elohim giveth thee. Thou shalt. Let's see what that word actually means. Kabod, heavy. Charge him, glorify, make glorious things. Glory. Great, be grievous, harden, be big heavenly to come. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Noaf, Noaf, apostasy. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. And they said unto Moshe, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not Elohim speak with us, lest they pass. All right. Moshe said unto the people, Fear not, for Elohim is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. Okay, let's see what Saul, Saul test, okay, test, test. And the people stood afar off, and Moshe drew near unto the thick darkness where Jehovah was. And Jehovah, where Elohim was. And Jehovah said unto Moshe, Thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, Ye have seen that I have walked with you from heaven. Ye shall not make me gods of silver, neither Elohim of silver, neither shall ye make unto you Elohim of gold. An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shalt sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings, and thy peace offerings, thy sheep, and thine oxen. In all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. An altar of earth, a mound earth. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, thou shalt not build it of hewn stone. For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. So it has to be a naturally occurring stone that is shaped that way, not chiseled or modified. Neither shalt thou go up by steps unto mine altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon. So it's saying basically because they would not have necessarily have drawers on underneath their clothes and their clothing when they walk up the stairs, underneath their clothes would show. So saying don't have any steps up unto mine altar. So that means it has to be smooth, a smooth path going up to the altar, not steps, because the steps would reveal underneath their clothes. Okay. All right, one more. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy Hebrew, oh, Hebrew, Hebrew, if thou buy an Hebrew servant 6 years, he shall serve, and in the seventh he shall go out free for nothing. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. This is the origin of the baby follows the belly law. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, wife, and my children, I will not go out free. That's if he loves his wife, he will remain a slave to stay with him. And what is master? Adone, sovereign, controller, Lord, master, owner. Adonai. Oh, okay. Adonai. Adonai. Then his Adonai shall bring him unto the judges. Uh, judges, what word would that be? There's a J. So what word? Elohim? What? Oh, this word is Elohim too. Then his master shall bring him unto the Elohim. He shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorpost in his Adonai, Adonai, excuse me. And his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. And so he's saying if he comes and he says he loves his wife and doesn't want to leave her and his children, and he doesn't want to leave them, that means he becomes a slave forever. And they're going to mark him by putting an awl or piercing his ear. Selah. Like an ice pick. So, and doorposts. He'll serve him forever. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as men servants do. She stays in the house. She please not her master who hath betrothed her to himself, then then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto a strange nation he shall have no power, saying he hath dealt deceitfully with her. Sever. Sell her to strange nation he shall have, saying he hath dealt deceitfully with her. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. If he take him unto the wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. And if he do not these three unto her, then shall she go out free without money. He that smiteth a man so that he die shall be surely put to. And if a man lie not in wait, but Elohim deliver him into his hand, then I will appoint thee a place whither he shall flee. But if a man comes presumptuously his neighbor to slay him, guile, thou shalt take him from mine altar, that he may. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall be surely put to. And he that stealeth a man, selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to. And he that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to. And if men strive together and smite another with a stone or with his fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed, if he rise again and walk abroad upon his staff, then shall he that smote him be quit. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall be surely punished. Casual killing, casual slave killing that, casual killing that. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall not be punished. He is his money. If men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, yet no mischief follow, he shall be surely punished, according as the woman's husband will lay upon him. And he shall pay as the judges determine, the Elohim determine. And if any mischief follow, what do you mean by mischief? Son, so if men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow. So if that's her, what is this then? No, go push, gorge, feet, stub, inflict, beat, dash, hurt, plague, slay, smite, strike, stop, surely put to worse. Mischief just means hurt. Also, pay as the judges Elohim determine, and if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And if a man smite the eye of his servant or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. Yeah, because he told his eye, so he should be free. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth or his maidservant's tooth, he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake. If an ox gore a man or woman, that they then the ox shall be surely stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be quit. Mm. But if the ox were wont to push with his horn in time past, and it hath been testified to his owner, that he hath not kept him in, but that he hath killed a man or woman, the ox shall be stoned, and his owner also shall be put to, basically, if he wasn't put in, kept in his cage, if it was done times past, it was testified to his owner, that he had kept him in, but that he had taken out a man or woman, shall be stoned, and his owner shall be put to. If there be laid on him a sum of money, then he shall give for the ransom of his life whatsoever is laid upon him, whether he have gored a son or have gored a daughter, according to his judgment shall it be done unto him. But pay it off. If the ox shall push a manservant or maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of silver, and the ox shall be stoned. And if a man shall open a pit, or if a man shall dig a pit and not cover it, and an ox or an ass fall therein, the owner of the pit shall make it good and give money unto the owner of them, and the dead beast shall be his. And if one man's ox hurt another's, that he die, then they shall sell the live ox and divide the money of it. The dead ox also they shall divide. For if it be known that the ox hath used to putch in time past, and his owner hath not kept him in, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead shall be his own. So yeah, so if he didn't take care of the ox and um, keep it in, it had an issue before, and he didn't keep it in there, then um, that death is upon the hand of the owner for securing things with they were supposed to be secured. He knew the ox had an issue, being disobedient, basically. All right, let's see what's the next one. All right, this is going to be more laws right now. Um, if a man shall steal an ox or a sheep and kill it or sell it, he shall restore 5 oxen for an ox and 4 sheep for a sheep. If a thief be found breaking up and be smitten that there shall no blood be shed for him. Okay. If the sun be risen upon him, there shall be blood shed for him, for he should make full restitution. If he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his. So if he steals an ox or a sheep, and the son catches him, he's caught, and he has nothing, then he needs to be sold for theft, servitude. If the theft be certainly found in his hand alive, whether it be ox or ass or sheep, he shall restore double. If a man shall cause a field or vineyard to be eaten, and shall put in his beast, and shall feed in another man's field, of the best of his own field, and of the best of his own vineyard, shall he make restitution. If fire break out and catch in thorns, so that the stacks of corn or the standing corn or the field be consumed therewith, he that kindled the fire shall surely make restitution. Uh, okay, so we're gonna stop there. We're gonna stop there. We'll just pick up with chapter 22 next. Uh, yeah, we'll just pick up chapter 22 next time and continue from there because it's going to be, yeah, it's just going to be a bunch of laws for the rest of foreseeable future. So it'll be good to just continue forward with the laws they're in because um, everything else, in terms of the story of Moshe up until this point, has been completed. They're still in the wilderness, but they're journeying towards Canaan land, you know, land of. So we'll stop there. We give thanks to the Creator, Olodumare, the Creator of all things. We give thanks for another day, another opportunity to live, to grow, to develop. We give thanks for this moment. We give thanks for this life. We ask that our going in and coming out be protected. Let us be shielded. Let us be guided well. Let us be led well in goodness, love all the truth. Let us continue to recover the truth and uncover the truth as we dig deep into the scripture, and dig deep into um, the mystery that the truth has become. Open our eyes, open our ears, let us see well, let us hear well, let us know well the truth that the Creator has presented us with um, in this moment. Let us be healthy and well. Um, and let us be prosperous. These things we say. All right. This has been I am Omar J. This has been another episode of our readings in Exodus. Um, like, share, subscribe, and leave comments so that we can continue to grow the ministry. All right. Take care.